Hey everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video, I figured we should talk about SAVVI. I covered SAVVI on this channel before they officially launched, and then after they officially launched, which I believe was August of last year. So we are a year out from SAVVI being officially live and launched and selling to more than just their distributors. And so I thought the other day, I was like, they have to have an income disclosure statement, right? Like, any company nowadays, they're smart enough to put that out. Some of them don't, like I believe Zaya still does not, a couple others don't, but SAVVI has. So I wanted to go over the income disclosure statement with you guys. Okay, so here is SAVVI's income disclosure statement, and as we can see, the first rank is just called Rep, and it has 53% of everybody in the company, and the average annualized income, actually let's look at the median, and that is $293. So in 1 year, half the company didn't profit, but made $293. And if we remember, when it comes to SAVVI and their starter kits, they range in 3 different prices, starting at $250, $500, and $1,000. And they really push people to go for the $500 or $1,000. So if we look, nobody made their money back. And then we go to the next rank, which is Advanced Rep, and that is 17% of the company. Median annualized is $1,200. And again, this is just what they made, not what they profited, so not counting how much they spent in inventory and taxes and other things they use to invest into their so-called business. Next rank is Senior Rep at 15%, and annualized is less than $3,000. Next rank is Leader at 7%. For about $6,800, and skipping down to the executive rank, which is 1% of the company, making $56,000. It's interesting because the one after that is Advanced Executive, and it says 0%. I mean, I'm guessing they didn't want to put like 0.1% or something like that, so less than 1% of the company has $121,000, and then the top rank, at least the one they have on here, is Senior Executive and above at 1%, making $223,000. So as we can see, the top 1% are making the life-changing income that they promise anybody and everybody can get to. When majority, and just looking at this, we look at everybody's median annualized income, and most of them are making what people make at minimum wage jobs, maybe working part-time at minimum wage jobs where they go in, they clock in, they leave, and they don't have to worry about it. Trying to get to the rank of probably the 7% of people in the company making only a little more than $6,000 in a year, you're working 24/7. You are constantly trying to recruit, trying to get people to stay, trying to get people to buy these workout clothes, which are kind of expensive, in my opinion. I don't know the quality of SAVVI, and I know people are willing to spend a decent amount on workout clothes, but also you can get decent workout clothes at other places, maybe not a brand name, but for way cheaper, and they're good quality. So people work so hard all day, every day in these MLMs, and they don't see the life-changing income that is promised in the opportunity calls and the team calls, keeping them motivated and wanting them to stay, so that the people who are saying, oh, don't worry, just keep going, are wanting them to stay so that they can reach the life-changing income maybe someday. So looking at this SAVVI income disclosure statement, it looks like every other MLM income disclosure statement out there. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop in because I am currently editing the video that you are watching, and as I was looking for certain things, I realized something. So the income disclosure statement that you just saw me cover, I found by searching SAVVI income disclosure statement, and I clicked on the first link and it took me to the one that I was discussing, and even in the search bar, it says it comes from SAVVI.com. I was trying to find a screenshot of the starter kit cost to put that in the video just for reference, and I went to the SAVVI website, I went to become a member, and I scrolled down. I was trying to look for just a screenshot of it to take, and I went to the bottom, and I saw income disclosure statement. I clicked on that just to see where it would take me to for no particular reason, and it took me to a not completely, but a relatively different looking picture than the one that I was reacting to for the video. So this one is decently similar to the other one. The numbers are not too far off, but as we can see looking at this, they do go by SAVVI 1, SAVVI 2, or S1, S2, and so on and so forth. And the numbers are a little different, and they do break it down by 0.6% of the company, so less than 1% of the company compared to the one that I reviewed in the video. And this takes me to a website called whereandshare.com, but this is the one that is linked on the SAVVI website. So for transparency purposes, I wanted to put up both income disclosure statements. So there is this one that is linked on the SAVVI website, but then the one that I reacted to in the video also is from SAVVI. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. There are two income disclosure statements as far as I see, but looking at both of them, they are relatively close to each other, and either way doesn't matter. We can see that majority of people don't make money unless you are in less than 1% of the company. So the video we will be reacting to is a team call, and it is all about utilizing the three-way chat, which I believe we learned about in another MLM video. I forget which MLM it was, but I do remember them talking about like a three-way call or a three-way chat, where you have a potential recruit and they need to know more about the business, and instead of you learning about it yourself and having all the answers, you just put yourself and the potential recruit with the upline, so the upline can do all the work and have all the right verbiage and get the potential recruit to sign up while you sit there and learn how to do that, I guess. I'm not quite sure. I think it's a little strange to do it that way. It may make somebody uncomfortable if right away you are putting them in a group chat with somebody they don't know. So that can go, sideways kind of quickly, make somebody uncomfortable right away. But that is what this video will be all about. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links. I have links to my Patreon, my channel members, my anti-MLM playlist, and my social medias. And with all of that said, let's get started.
So if people hop on, they hop on. So for those of you who are here, maybe you know me, maybe you don't, my name is I've been with SAVVI for a year and a couple of months, and I love it. My main focus, me personally, is recruiting. I just really like the whole team aspect. So I
just really like how you can actually make money via recruitment, how it's a lot easier to see the life-changing income, how it's a lot easier to get people to spend the $500 or $1,000 to invest in their business. You get a cut of that than it is to convince people to consistently buy new clothes each week, a bunch of clothes each month, something like that. Recruitment does seem to be a little bit easier in the apparel ones because, again, how many leggings, how many tops, how many dresses can people buy from SAVVI each month? I mean, it would add up, and I think people would be like, I think I have enough leggings. Let me use these first before I buy new ones.
I really focus on recruiting a lot, and so does I really. If you're here, you're interested in recruiting, right? Because that's what three-way chats are all about. Another thing that's going to really kind of go into this is hopefully everybody knows what the go-getter bonus is. So some of you are new. So what is the go-getter bonus? Well, the go-getter bonus is a bonus that you can get every single month. It's awesome. I look at it almost like free money. How do you get a go-getter bonus? Well, you have to. There's requirements. You have to enroll 2 people, in 1 month.
How is that free money if you have to work to earn that money? You have to recruit 2 people in a month to get that bonus. So you actually have to get out there and recruit people and talk to people and engage with people and convince people to join. To me, that doesn't sound like free money.
And then your QV has to be over 1,000. Well, is it 1,000? Yeah, 1,000. So if you get 2 people who enroll in the $4.99,
plus you're asking them to spend $500. Like, that is such a big ask to do. For maybe if you know the person, it's a little bit easier, but eventually you'll run out of people that you know, and you'll have to start recruiting strangers. And to recruit strangers and get them to spend $500, that is a huge ask. That's a massive ask.
you're basically there. There's technically $2 that's short, but don't worry, like that will take care of itself. So being a go-getter, you have to enroll 2 people in a single month. Again, and it's not like monthly. Like you could do it 1 month and then maybe not a month and then the next month. So it's not like consecutive. 2 people in 1 month. They have to, your QV has to be $1,000. So it's like dollar.
It's 1,200.
Oh, because they have to get S2.
Yeah, that's it S2. So it's 1,200. But we can do that with sales, right? So
Yeah,
we keep going with your same.
That's the thing, is they probably did that so that you are also selling the product. Because if you're just recruiting 2 people every other month or each month, then it's just all about recruitment. And then it definitely is something that, it can't be a pyramid scheme because those are illegal.
Example, yeah.
Yeah, it will basically just happen. As long as you're enrolling those 2 people, it's almost like it's going to happen, like it's a given.
That's, just because you enroll 2 people, it's a given that you'll hit that $1,200. So you have to recruit 2 people who are willing to spend $500 plus somebody else, 3 other people maybe who, buy a pair of leggings, a sports bra, a dress, or you yourself could spend that $200, which is probably, if you already recruited 2 people, you can't seem to get anyone to buy, it's the end of the month, you're just going to spend that $200 yourself so you get that go-getter bonus, but now you're $200 more in the hole. So you're not really profiting in your business. And again, when you are purchasing and hitting those quotas that you have to hit every month, like the $1,200 in order to receive that bonus, and you're spending $200 yourself because you need to hit that sales quota, I don't know, when you have to buy your own inventory in order to achieve rank or achieve a certain thing, come on. No.
What does that do for you? Well, okay, so first of all, you're growing your team, right? You're also getting this bonus. And depending on where you fall in the company, depends on how big that bonus is going to be. So this go-getter bonus is from like S1 to S5. Okay, so those are ranks. And the higher rank that you are when you get that go-getter bonus, the bigger the bonus is. So let's just say for a lot of ladies who are starting out, you're going to hit like S2, maybe S3. You're looking anywhere for that bonus alone, $300 to $500 just in that bonus. Okay. Now, on top of that, you're also getting your enrollment bonuses for getting for enrolling girls, right? So with the $4.99 package, that's an extra $100 for each $4.99 package. The $9.99 package is $200. So do you see how quickly in 1 month your check can be substantial for you, right? 1 month. And then you can do that every single month. It's amazing. So you want a quick $500 when you first start, guess what we're incentivizing people to do? Get the go-getter, right? Enroll 2 people. That is your job.
Not how to get $500 quickly by selling X amount of product. It's, just get 2 people to spend $500 and then you get $500. It's always about the recruitment.
Like enroll 2 people. So how do you do that? How do I enroll 2 people a month? Well, we're going to talk about these 3-way chats. A lot of you ladies have been utilizing these. I'm talking to a lot of blank screens, and I wish you guys, if you want to put your cameras on, I would like to see you. So these 3-way chats, there we go. Okay. So these three-way chats are amazing to use. Okay. So what is a three-way chat? So basically when you ladies are talking to prospects, I hate these words, but
then don't use that word. Don't use that word. Because yeah, that does sound bad. You could say potential recruits, potential team members, women who are excited to start their own savvy journey, but no, prospects, which again, I mean, she's not wrong, but it sounds bad because it is.
what it is. Okay, so when you're talking to ladies who you think might be interested in joining the company, right? You're reaching out to them, you're talking to them. Some things that I think that you guys should be doing when you're talking to these ladies before you bring up anything is go into their account, like their account, engage with their account, like chat. Like, you don't just be like sending messages to people. If they have a profile, go in, make sure you're going into their stories, comment, like let them know that you're actually a real person. And guess what? In doing this, you're going to find out a little bit about these people, right? So go in, interact with their account, comment, ask a question. And then when you're ready, like Jen likes to say, when you feel inspired to invite them to check out the brand, go ahead and do so. I will be straight up. I am very straightforward when I talk to people. So I do go in.
I absolutely believe that. She definitely comes off like a straightforward, to the point person. Like, hey, I'm a part of Savvy. Do you want to spend $500? No? Go away. Not that she is like that. It's just the impression that I would get. It's like she would talk to people for a little bit, ask them if they want to join Savvy. If they're hum-hoey about it, she probably just drops them. She's like, you're a waste of my time.
Comment, I engage with their profile, and then I'm going in and I'm talking to them right away about the company. That's just how
I will say, though, I think that is the best way to do it, because at least you are straightforward about your intention of talking to them, and you're not, talking to them weeks on end, maybe, trying to create a friendship and then dropping on them, oh, by the way, I've been talking to you this whole time because I want to recruit you and I want to make money off of you. At least she's straightforward about what her approach is, which I do think is the best way. No matter what, trying to recruit someone into an MLM is a negative thing, in my opinion. I don't think you should be recruiting anyone into your MLM. Leave people alone, especially asking people to spend $500, $1,000 on something that they may not know exactly what it is. Not for that, but I do think the straightforward approach of why you're talking to someone is a lot better than pretending to be their friend and then dropping it on them like a week later, even a month later, a few months later. By the way, the whole reason I was talking to you is because I want you to join my MLM.
I am a very upfront person, and I am very upfront about what I'm offering. And it's up to them whether they want it or not. If that's not you, that is okay, right? If you want to like chat with them a little bit, get to know them a little bit, that is totally fine. So do what makes you feel comfortable. But it's super important that you are engaging with their profile. Like, so important. I don't know if you're doing that or not, but okay. So you're engaging, you finally are like, okay, I'm going to bring up Savvy, right? And this option. Always, when I'm talking to people, whatever my message is, the last thing I say to them is, or in that message is, are you open? Are you open? So whether it's they're shopping or whether they're interested in maybe becoming a brand partner, whatnot, are you open to checking this out? I never say, hey, do you wanna? Hey, do you think? Never. Are you open? Why do we say, are you open? And I've talked to some of these people, so some of this is gonna be redundant. Most people like to consider themselves to be open individuals, right? So no one wants to be like, oh, of course I'm open. I'm open to things, right? So if you're like, hey, do you want to? It's very easy to be like, nah, I'm good. But if you're like, hey, are you open? More people are more likely to say, sure, I'll take a look. Okay, so it's just a little bit of a tweak, but it really does help.
I guess I can see that, but I mean, to me, saying, would you consider this? Are you available to check this out? Are you open to the opportunity? To me, that's all the same kind of words, just again, worded slightly differently. So I guess I could see that, but she's making it seem like if you ask them are they open, they like almost take offense if you say if someone were to say are you open to me, and I would take offense like, oh my god, like they think that I'm not an open person. Like of course I am, so I'm definitely gonna like take this opportunity and be open to it. Like I don't know, maybe some people that works, but I just think that it's all the same wording. It's literally all the same of hey, can I recruit you? Worded in different ways.
And I do have a lot of verbiage. If you need help talking about how to introduce the brand, okay? So if you need verbiage, please reach out to individually and we will give you like messages on how to actually bring up the brand partnership, right? And ask them even if they're open, okay? So let's just say you send a message, you commented, okay, they said, sure, I'm open. What do you do now? Okay, so my thought and process is what I said. Once they say, yes, I'm open, I want you to start a three-way chat, okay? You are not asking them, okay? But you are telling them, hey, Sarah, that is so great. So good to hear from you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add you to this chat with my 2 or 1 other girlfriends. I do not want anybody calling me their upline. I am not your person who invited you to join SAVVI. I am not your recruiter. I am your friend.
Wow. But you are all of those things. But I see those have negative attachments to it. Now, why do they have negative attachments to it? I can't think of a single reason. No, you are just a friend who also does this. Because yes, friend does sound better than upline, person who recruited me, I guess team member, still, but yeah, I guess when you use the word friend, whether it's true or not, it does sound better than upline. Even though upline is the correct term.
Okay, you please, like I'm gonna add you to this chat with my friend. And by this time, hopefully, if you've looked through their profile, you can kind of see like, who is this person? You know, oh, she's got kids. Hey, I'm going to introduce you to my friend, both busy moms. Like try to find some reason why you're inviting her to talk to us.
It's because you want to make money off of them. That's a good reason. But again, everything is always this sneaky way about why you're doing the things that you're doing in MLMs. It's never up front because again, if it was, people would be less likely to join. So you have to do this sneaky back way of like, friend, and I'm only inviting you because they're also moms and you get along with them and they can tell you about what they do in their day-to-day life. And it's like, everything is always sneaky, always.
You can absolutely say, hey, I'm still new and I know you're going to have questions and I want to make sure you get all the answers. So I'm going to invite you to my 2 girlfriends who have been doing this longer. But you can also say, like, if this girl's a fitness instructor, you can be like, oh, Sarah, I'm going to introduce you to my 2 girlfriends. Is like a crazy workout person and actually a fitness instructor. So it'd be cool for you to talk to them. You know what I mean? So try relatable. You need to find things that relate. And again, if you don't really know anything, let's just say their account like doesn't have much, there's not much there, then that's fine. You can say, well, I want you to get all the answers and I'm still kind of new. You know, you can say something like that, but really try to find that common ground why you're connecting us, because it's more authentic, right? Versus like, hey, I got backup here to help close you, right?
That's more authentic to me than all the other things you're trying to do.
Okay, cool. Okay, is there anybody, any questions with that so far? So you start a 3-way chat. You are telling her, you are not asking her what you're doing. And then when you do that, you gotta, then next step, you're gonna start the 3-way chat, whether it's in Facebook or Instagram, I don't care, text messaging. I mean, you can do that in a text too. You need to introduce your prospect, okay? You need to introduce her. You need to introduce the other people. Who else is on this call? Hey, Sarah, I just want you to know that this is, and it doesn't have to be this like paragraph, like short, sweet. Like I like to say very little to these people when I have to. Hey, this is, she's a busy mom too, fitness queen. This is, she lives in the middle of nowhere. So do you. So maybe you guys like, I don't know, can like smoke signal each other. So this is it. And then, hey, ladies, this is Julie. Julie loves to milk cows and thought maybe Savvy would be awesome. So you gotta like have some sort of introduction. And then the important part, you need to tell the people you added into that chat. Because I have gone in and all of a sudden in Facebook and there's like 5 chats and I don't check Facebook very often. So then just say, hey, Jill, hey, Heather, hey, Emily, hey, Kelly, I started a chat and you're in it. Can you please go talk to this, and join in? Okay, perfect. So once you do that, guess what? Time for you to be quiet. You don't have to do a dang thing next, because now this is your opportunity to listen, observe, and learn. We want you guys to learn so that you.
But isn't it their own business? Shouldn't they be the one talking to them? And also, instead of like learning through this way, maybe take the time to learn a lot so that they can be the ones who are recruiting people and not need to initiate this 3-way chat with the upline. They act like wanting to learn everything about the business so they are comfortable talking to people about it is a bad thing. Which I guess in certain circumstances, if you're not recruiting day one, that is a bad thing, because the upline's like, why haven't you recruited 700 people yet? Why am I not in the top 1%? That's clearly your fault, because you're not working hard enough for me. But it's always like they use the term of it's your own business when it's acceptable or when it sounds good. I guess if the individual's not working hard enough, then they could say like, it's your own business, like this is on your time, you need to be doing this, nobody's going to hold you accountable. But then they will hold you accountable and they will hold your hand and they will literally take the reins when need be, like in this situation. I don't know. I mean, I get it, and I guess you can learn that way, but it just seems a little strange that you've spent all this time talking to a potential recruit. Now you got them into the 3-way chat. Now you're just supposed to shut up and listen. Take a backseat while the other person does your job for you. I don't know. Seems weird.
Start doing this and that we don't have to. And then you're going to be doing it for your team members. Okay. So once you introduce, you're done. You are just zippity. Okay. And then basically we will go in, and in this point in the chat, either like I'll be in there. At this point, we're going to talk to them. We want to get to know them. So we're going to ask some questions. Hey, tell me about yourself, right? Because we want to build a rapport with these people, right? We want to get to know them, because when you talk to people, well, when you ask them questions and they talk, they're going to tell you what you need to know to help them understand whether or not this is good for them.
AKA manipulate them. That's how I heard it.
Or right for them, which of course it is, because Savvy is awesome. And I truly believe that. So I really like when I'm talking to people, I don't think there's any reason why anybody shouldn't do this. I think Savvy is seriously awesome. And I think most of the time people are nervous and scared to do new things. And we just have to help them understand it's going to be okay. And it's okay that you're scared.
But you're also asking somebody to invest $500, $1,000 into something when they barely know you, they barely know what it is that they're even investing in. That's a huge ask. That's such a big ask. I mean, no matter the price, each MLM, their starter kit is a different price range. But of course, once you're in, you're spending a lot more to try and keep up and sell things or have inventory, whatever the case may be. But a starter kit cost of $500 or $1,000, huge ask up front. Really, really big ask. And I think that's why we saw the numbers that we did on the income disclosure statement, because again, you're asking someone to put up $500 or $1,000 from the start, and Majority of people don't have that. And if they do have that money, they really should invest it into something they are actually interested in and something that they would genuinely enjoy doing that would be their own. Everything is on them. Everything is them learning. They are in control of everything, and invest it into that. Sell that online. Start small, grow big. So much better than joining an MLM and investing that money into an MLM company.
They're not going to say that. And a lot of times too, when they have objections, it's not really the one that is true. You know, usually if there's something else where you just have to kind of get to it. And the only way you're going to get to it is by them talking. Okay. So we're in the chat. You've introduced, you're now quiet. You're watching the show and you're taking notes. That's all you're doing. And then Jill, whoever's in there, that's kind of like running the show, we'll either give them a SAVVI story to look at, or we'll send them a video right in the chat, or I'll voice message them right then and there. And we're gonna do it. If at any time we want you guys to like engage, we will let you know. Okay. Just because like there's been times where we're like kind of going real good, and then all of a sudden there's a comment and it's like, oh, now we've like backpedaled. Right. Especially a lot of times what will happen is I will present, or someone will present the shopping sprees. And then you can see a little hesitation for maybe the prospect. And then all of a sudden another girl will hype in and be like, well, if you can't do the $4.99, it's totally okay. Or if this is not good for you.
They're trying to make them feel comfortable. I don't think that's a bad, I mean, again, in an MLM, that's an awful thing. Like telling someone, hey, if you don't have $499 to spend, that's okay. You know, we can come back around to this. But no, it's you are interrupting, and they will find the money for them somehow. Don't worry, the money will always just appear, because everybody just always has money that appears out of nowhere. I think we all wish that. They're always like, they think like all these people who they try and recruit and say they don't have the money, that they're just lying, and it's like, no, they really do have the money. Where do you want me to come up with this money? Just magically create it from nothing? Like, I would love for that to happen. I would love to just be like, I wish I had more money, and boom, it appeared. That'd be so nice. And I still would not spend it on an MLM if that did happen.
If you're not feeling it, it's totally okay. And maybe they didn't even say anything, but your fear is coming out. And then all of a sudden we're giving our prospects, I hate that word, our friends who want to join SAVVI, like reasons why they should not do this. And they didn't even have them. So we have to be kind of really careful about like what we're saying to them. I typed out my entire voice messaging that I do. So whenever I talk to somebody and we're not in a three-way chat and I'm doing this all on my own, everything I said that you should be doing, I do, except for I don't start a three-way chat. And what I do is I voice message everything that you would watch in a video. I voice it. And I do little blurps. They're like, I don't know, 20, 30-second blurps. And I hit points that are important. And I'm very animated when I talk, like enthusiastic. I'm also confident. When you talk to people, you need to be confident. And if you're not right now, you got to fake it till you make it. You got to come from somewhere, and you have to talk with authority and with confidence. Think about
how are they supposed to do that about a company that when they're learning in the beginning, it's shut up and listen. Shut up and learn from people who are obviously better than you, but fake the confidence. And that is true. Day one, like start recruiting people, start telling them how great of an opportunity it is, even though you know nothing about it. Just know that one day it will be, and have that confidence that it's going to be. So start brainwashing yourself from day one. Have the confidence that this is totally working, you're actually making money, even though the little voice in the back of your head is telling you, you need to get out of this. You're not making money. You know you're not making money. You know you're lying to these people. Yeah, that would affect me. I wouldn't like that.
it like you're a coach, like you're coaching a team, and it's like you're in overtime and you're so close to win and your team's in front of you, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, coach, what are we going to do? And they're looking at you and you're like, well, I'm not sure. maybe we could do the $4.99 package, or I don't know. I mean, if you don't want to do that, maybe we could do like the $2.49 package. Will that work for you guys? What do you think? No, like you need to be like, we are, all right, guys, we've got this. Okay, you're going to do the $4.99. We're going to hit this tomorrow. You're going to sign up. Like you have to talk to them with conviction and with confidence, because they will follow you. They don't know what's going on, right? They've never done this sign up process before. They have no idea. So they're looking for you to lead them and guide them through it. So it's okay to be like, no, really, like, I know you're thinking about doing that, you know, $2.49, but this is the way you really need to go. And
asking someone to spend double that amount though, like I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. And even if I like faked the confidence that I could, I would feel so bad asking somebody to spend $500 towards something that they have no idea about. And again, that is such a big ask. It's huge, isn't it?
truly believe that. Like, I'm not trying to upsell these people. I'm trying to.
No, that's exactly what you're doing. You are trying to upsell them, because if they spend more money, then you get, what was it, $100? So you get the commission of $100 when somebody pays $500. So you get more money if you upsell them on the $500 package instead of the $250. And yeah, maybe you do get a little bit more out of the $500, but if someone says like, I really want to do this, but I can only afford $250, and you're like, yeah, but it would be better if you got the $500. Like, that's how you really start your business, is with $500. They may not have that, or they may, and they may not have that at all, and then they may put the other $250 on like a credit card or ask somebody. It's a no.
Give them the best start, right? Oh yeah, okay. So Jill just put in my voice memoing into that. But if you go through and read it at some point, I know it looks like a lot, but when I say it, it probably is a total of like 3 minutes. But I do like every 20 or 30 seconds is like a blurb, then a blurb, then a blurb. And why do I do that? So when you can practice this too. Why do I do it? Well, I do this because I like getting them all the information fast, right? Like, they're like, yeah, I'm open. I'm ready to hear more. Cool. I'm going to give it to you now. All of it. Like, sometimes I don't want to wait for them to watch a video. Sometimes I don't want to wait for them to go to the SAVVI story later that evening or tomorrow. Sometimes I just want them to have all the information now. So it's almost like impulse buying, when you're at the cash register and you're like, oh, that's cute. I'm just going to throw that right here. I kind of like want to hit them when they're still warm, right? Because who knows, maybe tomorrow their cat dies and then they're like, oh, well, I can't join because now I have to like bury my cat. And like, oh my gosh. Well, so I just try to get them while
I understand what she was going with that, but why was that your go-to? Why couldn't you have said my car broke down, instead of saying like someone's pet dies and you're annoyed because now they don't have the $500 to spend in an MLM so that you get commission? And instead, let's say that same day they did spend $500, and then the next day their animal did pass away, and now they don't have the money because they spent it on the MLM because you were so harping on them and you convinced them to do it right then and there, and then an emergency came up. That's horrible.
Still hot. Okay, 3-way chat. So we're there. You're introducing us as your friend, right? We are not your upline.
You are.
This is your prospect. All right, yeah, time to get quiet and observe. So we will really do the majority of the legwork in these chats. What might happen is if some of them do not join right away, it could happen. I would like to think that we have a pretty good closing ratio, but okay, let's just say like they go cold, right? They're just like not responding anymore. It would be good for you guys to start following up with them. Like, I probably don't have time to keep following up with all these, the 3-way chats, but feel free to like ask us how to follow up. And I'll tell you, so like my follow up to people after I give them all the information, okay, we've gone through it all. I've given them the shopping sprees. Usually it's like, okay, let me just talk to my husband and I'll think about it. Or, hey, let me get back to you. My follow up is, hey, what questions do you have? What question? So like, I haven't heard from them. Hey, what questions do you have? Hey, did you check out those shopping sprees? Those are my 2 follow-ups. Did you get a chance to check out those shopping sprees? What questions do you have? That is it. When I talk to people, I am very like, and I'm very good at this too. It's like, so we're going through, we're telling them all the stuff about SAVVI. Oh, that sounds really great. Yeah, no, I think that would be really good. Cool. What questions do you have? Well, what about this? So we answer it. What questions do you have? And like literally, we will just keep asking the same thing just until they go, well, you know what? I actually don't think I have any more. Great. Are you ready to get started? Like there is no like long spiel. There is no, it's very like short. The more questions you ask, the more information you get back. So when you're hearing us do all this, you'll have a better understanding of like, wow, they're not really saying much. Correct. We're not. We don't want to. We don't want to at all. Like I was just talking to a girl today on the 3-way chat with one of my downlines, Amanda, and the woman just spilled her guts, spilled everything about like why she thought SAVVI might be great for her. What did I do? I affirmed it all. Yep, you're right. Yes, that sounds so great. Yes, that's absolutely perfect. Yep. Because I mean, she was saying stuff that matched our brand, but I was just like, yep. I didn't have to say anything. I was just like, yeah, you're right. Oh, totally. It makes sense. Why wouldn't you? You're right. And she was like, cool. I want to talk to my husband. I'm totally in. All right. She recruited herself. Right. So that's the 3-way chat.
Did she sign up though? Because I didn't hear that she definitely signed up. I just heard that she said, I think it would fit my life this way, because she clearly doesn't know that SAVVI's an MLM. Maybe she does, and she loves MLMs. I don't know. And it was just, let me talk to my husband. And maybe she talked to her husband. He was like, absolutely not. You cannot spend $500.
The hard part will basically be like you having to follow up. Okay. Does anybody have questions about the 3-way chat? Any questions? Does anybody have anything that you need help with?
I have a quick question just to see. I know that put all those things in the chat, but is there a way that we can have that sent somewhere where I can print it or whatnot, versus I was screenshotting it and I'm like, this is stupid. Now I'm gonna have to crop all these.
Yeah, I have it. I could probably send it to you in like Facebook. I think Facebook allows long, or I can just text it to you. I sent it to you in text message, or maybe I can share it from my notepad because it's all in my notepad on my phone. I can do that too. Maybe PDF it.
Yeah, I can always take a picture, print the picture, and then just like retype it all if I need to too.
Oh yeah, no, don't. That's I voiced it all. I can voice these in my sleep, you guys. I do it so much. I literally will be folding the laundry, watching TV, and I'm like voicing on my phone to people. It's like I do it so often.
When the girl that tried to recruit me into Beachbody, she had done voice text to me, and she was in the middle of packing for a trip while she was doing it. So that reminds me of that. So it's like clearly they're taught that no matter what you're doing in the day, you better be voice memoing people in order to recruit them.
But these 3-way chats work. So keep giving them to us, but just let us know that you're doing it. And just the best thing that you can do is just watch, learn, observe. And then all of a sudden you're going to start knowing our language.
It's the copy and paste message. That's exactly what it is. But then it's now ingrained in your brain and you're repeating these words. They're not yours. They are your uplines because you've heard it so much and you're just regurgitating the same verbiage, which is just MLMs in general. One person said something, the next person says it, and so on and so forth, and that's why we hear the same things over and over and over and over again, because they used to be in one MLM, and then they jump to another MLM, and they keep all the same lingo, because weirdly enough, even though they sell different products, the recruitment aspect is all the same.
Copy and paste, yeah, okay, yeah, so just, and it's funny, like my speech that I text, I have gotten parts of this speech from listening to people from SAVVI, like all different people. I was like, oh, I like that. I don't know how, like it just stuck in my brain. And then I like that. I like this. I think Christy Bellstein talked about something like our wear and share program. She said it in such an amazing way. And I just remembered that. Right. So then I kind of took it all and I like it. And then I formatted it into this thing. And don't feel like if you're being quiet in the chats that you're not doing your job. Like, I know some people are like, oh my God, I have to go and say something. No, you don't. Because we want the chats to stay very streamlined, so the things we're saying to them don't get lost.
So you don't say something that keeps that person from being recruited. That's all it is. It's like, get the person interested and then shut up and let us do the rest, because you're not good at it. You'll screw it up somehow. That's how I see it.
Right? So like if I ask for a question, all of a sudden somebody else pops in, they're like, oh yeah, me too, I love this part. And all of a sudden the question's gone. And then we're like, oh, okay. How do we get back to where we were in the process of recruiting, right?
Can I say?
Yep.
Can I say two things? Okay.
Yeah.
I love her point, like what she's saying about not talking over us. That goes for all chats, because a lot of times the next thing they're going to say is going to be that magic nugget that we need to know. Right. And you just kind of cut her off, even though you're trying to be helpful. We know you're coming from a place of helpfulness. But we've seen it happen. And it's just like, oh, she's just going to tell us now, and maybe something you said, it just got her off, off course. The other thing I really want to say and really hammer in is you all are brand new. And I are a year and a half, 2 years into this. Okay. So we've gone through our warm market. Okay. Your warm market is fresh. Your warm market is sitting there. What I mean by warm market,
We know what you mean by warm market. It's, we are going to take advantage of you being new and you bringing in your warm market, your mom, your sister, your best friend, and we are going to close with them because they're going to be a lot easier. So you need to shut up. We'll talk to your mom and your sister for you, and we'll get them to join, because you can't do it. So you need to shut up and listen, and we will do all of it for you. We will get the recruit for you, aka get us, the upline, more money.
I mean, the girls that your kids go to school with, the women who are, in your church group, the people that you went to school with, your college people, coworkers. Think about your people that already know you.
Really needs to fix her internet like right now, or go somewhere closer to the internet. So I just skipped all of what she said because her internet still was cutting in and out, and then her audio got better, but her video was horrible. She basically was just talking about your warm market, and you need to stick with those people because those are the people who are going to definitely do this with you. And then she like weirdly started to kind of cry because she was talking about how amazing this opportunity is, which manipulative tactic. Like, I don't know if I believe that you really want to cry about this. I don't know. It seems a little weird to me. But yeah, that's basically what she said. So nothing that we haven't already heard or seen before.
All right. You ladies good? Who is going to be a go-getter this month? Yeah, yes. Who doesn't want that money? It literally, you guys, it's a given. It is a given. You could easily have at least a minimum of $500 paycheck every single month just doing that. And I'm telling you, by just doing that, guess what? Your team expands. So it's an amazing place to start, right? And it's like, yeah, I'm getting some dough. I'm having some fun. I'm bringing some girls in. It's cool. It's like, that's why the company created it, because it's so smart. We should really take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. All right. Well, I guess I'm good. You good?
I'm good. That was killer. That was awesome. That was awesome. You guys use us. That's what we want you to do. We want to be in as many three-way chats as we possibly can.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Okay, good. Good.
Yes. Thank you. Killer.
Thank you. No, good. Hopefully now we can all be on like the same page and the flow is going to be real good. Yeah. So while we're working there voicing, guess what? You could go talk to somebody else, right? You can be like, yep, they've got it. Okay, moving on, right? You don't even have to waste your time really checking out the chat. We'll do it. So then you can just go start new ones. It's cool. Like, we are doing the work for you. You're bringing it to us, but we're just going to kind of keep doing it. And you'll be able to catch up, and see what's going on, but let us help you. All right, good night, ladies. Thanks so much for coming. We'll be in constant contact. All right.
Hi, guys.
Bye, savvy lady. All right, wow, that ending right there of while we're, getting this recruit because you did all the talking and got them semi-interested, you can keep getting more people. Just keep always talking to people. Also, her saying, what'd she say? She said, this is the really cool part about Savvy. This is an awesome thing of recruiting 2 people a month so you have a really big downline. That's why they implemented it, because it's so great. Yeah, that's why. That's why they implemented it, not because it's totally manipulative and completely uses people and whew, all right, what did I learn? So I learned to shut up and just listen and let them do all the hard work because I am way too stupid to try and close someone because to be fair, I do have to start recruiting day 1, and I don't know anything about the company. And instead of trying to learn about the company and maybe asking them questions and going from there and doing this myself, no, just let them do it for me because I am too dumb and I will get in the way and I will cause that person to not be recruited because all of my insecurities will be projected. Wow. Well, yeah, that sounded like an MLM, and basically all of this was about recruitment, and if you just recruit 2 people a month, you get $500 a month, so via all recruitment, all of it, maybe selling things, because that'll just come. That part's easy. That'll just happen. No, obviously not via income disclosure statement where majority of people don't really make any money and have to work crazy hard to see any sort of livable income or have to be part of the 1% of people who get the life-changing money that they all save that they can have. And also, I believe trying to convince 2 people a month or 2 people every other month to spend $500 on this business and the hope that it works is incredibly difficult to do and not as easy as they always make it out to be. Alright you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything savvy in the comments below, and until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!